I'm here today with Philippe Vié, Deputy Leader of the Global Energy and Utilities Sector at Capgemini, to talk about the European perspective of the World Energy Markets Observatory report. Welcome, Philippe.
Welcome, Trish.
Now, the World Energy Markets Observatory report that was published this past November was really received well by the global markets, especially in the European region as well. Before we jump into some of the key findings, can you just share a little bit of the background of the report?
Yes, Trish. We started this report 20 years ago to study the deregulation in the European markets. And for the first time this year, we are in a global perspective adding to Europe other regions like North America, Australia or Southeast Asia. This report is about studying the climate challenge objectives, the technology progresses, the security of supply, the customer perspective of the markets, the utilities perspective both on financial and transformation plans.
And one of the big themes in the report was around energy transition. How is Europe progressing in meeting their renewable energy goals?
First of all, the main objective is to reduce greenhouse gases emissions in Europe or elsewhere. In Europe, this is a 320 package on which the Europe decided to reduce by 20% from 1990 to 2020 the greenhouse gases emissions. For that, we have to implement renewables, windmills, solar farms, and so on and so forth. We have seen real progresses in the implementations of renewables because of the industrialization. The cost of this renewable technology decreased a lot, by 85% in less than 10 years for solar, and by 60% for the wind industry. So that's where we are very optimistic in the fact to meet the 2020 objectives. It will be another story for the 2030 objectives.
Sure. And what role is the consumer playing in driving these energy objectives?
First of all, the customer has become an active customer. From being passive and only loading commodities from the networks, is now a self-producer with autoconsumption facilities, solar plus storage. He is part of communities, taking part of his energy destiny with other customers, buying together, gathering to manage better their energy, and is finally taking the driving seat of this debate with utilities players.
And what's happening on the financial side?
On the financial side, the utilities are really challenged because of the development of renewables, the overcapacity, and the wholesale market prices declining. It has been a nightmare during years for utilities. Revenues decreasing, margins decreasing, debt increasing, and stock market prices very, very low compared to other industries. But the utilities were able to transform themselves, to react, and to reinvent their operations.
Now that you've touched on transformation, so we know that a lot of the utilities have transformation programs underway. What's the best way for a utility to approach digital transformation?
Clearly, the three pillars of the digital transformation, the utilities have all started because of the competition by customer experience transformation to provide best-in-class customer experience. But now they are at the door of improving their operations with the operational excellence pillar of the digital transformation, and they have also as a priority number one to invent a new business model to put on the market new revenue streams with better margins than only selling commodity, which is a very, very, very competitive market. For that, they have many levers in the digital transformation space, IoT, cloud, big data, artificial intelligence, and many other stuff. And the promise beyond that is to decrease the cost of operation from 20 to 30% and to increase their revenues by up to 10%.
And how optimistic are you for the industry to achieve the outcomes that they're expecting?
We are definitely optimistic because the rebound has started. The utilities have launched transformation programs leveraging the digital transformation possibilities, and because also of the rebound of the wholesale market, which is a condition for better financial health for utilities.
Great. Thank you for your time today, Philippe.